Alright, hello everyone, it has been a while, huh? Well, the last upload was mid-April, so over a year since my last video. This video is more of a breakdown to the last year of my life and why I haven't been around as much. If you don't care for this sort of stuff, TLDR, rough last 12 months in university. I just got a job, my old PC died, Meta series should be back, and I'm going to try and not overwork myself with YouTube videos. Now, for everyone that wants to hear me waffle, I'm going to break this down into chapters so it becomes easier to understand. Now, before I get into depth about everything that has happened on the last year, please let me know how the mic sounds. Because I changed the computer, I had to put my settings all over again, so please let me know in the comment section if this is a nice quality. Now, starting with April to August of 2024, let's begin from, well, the beginning, when I stopped posting. This was a complicated time for me in terms of time to make content. I was with a lot of university evaluations. I was finishing my third year, so I was filled with tests, assignments, presentations, and then exams. On top of that, I was trying to get an internship, which was very stressful because I wanted to get an internship that I saw myself doing after university and not just something to complete the curriculum and the hours that I had to do of the internship. I ended up getting the internship I wanted. It took 2 long months to get everything sorted, but it was what I wanted. I started the internship in June and it finished in the end of August. So 3 cool months. I love what I was doing. It was easy and I got to work from home most of the time. Now, during this period, I had plans of uploading during the first 2 months of the internship, but at this point, I didn't feel like recording. I only played DBD with my friends. I was losing interest in the game. And when August came and I could actually upload videos and I could actually record, I could edit, I was a bit overworked because I had the internship during the week and I had to do the report for the internship during the weekends. Most of my time was internship, report of the internship to deliver to university, and playing with my friends because I do want to spend time with my friends. Moving on to September to January. Now, moving on to September to January, this was the period where even if I wanted to make videos, it was completely impossible. It became generally impossible. There are 2 key factors here. The first being uni, the second one being my old PC started to die. Starting off with university, this was the point where I started my last year in university, but oh man, I was not prepared for all of this. First, I had 10 curriculums on the first semester, which for my course, it is a lot. And long story short, half of those curriculums were mandatory attendance. If you don't know, if you have never been to university, great part of university is you don't have to go to classes and you can still pause. This wasn't the case for me. Half of those classes, if I didn't go, I was automatically failed. But because of the way my schedule was set up, I had at least one of those classes per day, and I lived very far away from university. So I was doing 5 hours of commute every single day from uni and back. I was doing this for 3 very long months and it was incredibly exhausting. And to make the situation even worse, I had mandatory classes at 8 in the morning. Sometimes I would be getting up at like 5:30 a.m. to go to uni and I would get home at like 6-7 p.m. The worst offender of this were Mondays, where I had to be at university at 9 a.m. and I was leaving university at 6 p.m. So I would get out of the house at 6:30 a.m. and I would get home at almost 9 p.m. One time I only got home at like 10 p.m. Needless to say, this was a very difficult time for me and it caused me a massive burnout that I had to deal with this semester. The second part of this period was my old PC started to die, my actual first gaming PC. And this period is very sad for me because I had that PC for 5 years. Before that, I only had laptops and all that like very weak stuff because I used to play on console. I started having problems with him a little bit earlier, I would say at the start of 2024, but it was never to this extent. I was crashing mid-game regardless of the game. I couldn't run DVD on anything more than low graphics and 60 frames per second. Sometimes the PC would crash without me being playing games or even using it. I would be on my chair watching TikToks and I would see the clock on my PC and it would say, for example, 9 p.m. and it would already be like 9:25 and I'll notice. The internet also started having a weird bug at this point on my PC. So basically my phone would be fully connected, my PS4 would be fully connected. Yes, I still don't have a PS5. My brother's PC would be fully connected. Everything would be fully connected to the internet. But my PC would say, well, DVD or GTA would say, well, I can't connect. I have no internet. I would go to my browser. It would say, you have no connection. I'll open YouTube and it would start working. And it would just be YouTube working. The rest, nothing would work. Needless to say, again, it was hard for me to play games. It was hard for me to even enjoy anything because, and then again, I was with a burnout and stuff I enjoyed just wasn't working at all. So it was very upsetting. So again, the most I would play would be with my friends. And in this period of time, because I was a uni student and I didn't have a job, I was lacking the money or the time to even do anything to save this computer. And the only thing I can say about this period is I have to thank my friends a lot for dealing with the crashes. I know one time I was playing with my best friend and the PC crashed 20 times times while we were trying to vote to GTA, and they still waited for me to be able to get on. So again, I'm very lucky in the friends I have in that case. Moving on to February to June, the last few months. As I mentioned, they were my last in university. I had more relaxed in the final semester, but the burnout from the first semester was so noticeable. I couldn't do anything basically. I was struggling to do anything. I was struggling to go to classes, and I still had classes that were mandatory attendance. I had a few exams this month, but now it's safe to say I've paused everything on this second semester. So I only have 2 more exams from the first semester in November, which are finalist exams, and then this chapter is officially closed in my life, which sounds crazy to me. After 4 long years, I might actually finish university, which was some of the worst years of my life. Not in everything. I did love like the university experience. I loved making the friends I made, but the experience in general with university, commuting 5 hours for 4 years, having to wake up at 5 a.m. to go to 8 a.m. classes, having some teachers that were just not good people in general. And if you go to university, you will know you will get a lot of teachers that are just straight up not good people, but you also get teachers that will change your life because they actually love what they do. Again, to me, still very surreal. I can't put into words. Even looking at the script, it's hard for me to just follow it, because when I think about the university, I think about 4 years, and I think about so many experiences. I had 2 trips. I met all of the country thanks to university, and it is surreal to me that it's over, pretty much over. I'm not having any more classes ever, and I don't know, I just feel very, very happy with that. Now, moving on to, well, the current period of time that we are in, which is start of July actually. Sorry for taking so long to record this, by the way. I've had a few issues to start this recording. Nonetheless, I now have a job. I'm doing what I wanted to do when I got out of university. Funnily enough, this is kind of what I wanted to do since I got into university. When I got into this course, I was like, this is the type of work I want to do when I finish university. I need a diploma, but this is what I wanted to do. The biggest or the most common job that you get after my course, it was not something I wanted to do. So I'm really happy that I'm doing what I wanted to do, and it's very surreal to me that, again, I'm doing what I wanted to do in 2021 or 2020, 2021, and I'm finally doing it in 2025. And I've changed so much as a person that I can't even put into words everything that has happened and that has made me reach the person that I am today. I feel like I'm just rambling a little bit at this point because I did write a script. I'm not gonna lie, I have a 3-page script, but I'm going very off script because I just want to talk from my heart. Again, I'm just happy right now. I'm just in a very good mood, good stage in life, which I couldn't say like 2-3 months ago, which I was at the worst point in my life, I felt like a lot of the times. But now I am truly happy. Now, what does this mean for content? Because I'm just talking about my personal life and you guys are here, you guys want to know, will I come back to making content? And that answer is obviously yes. As I said on the TLDR, I want to come back to making content. I love making content, and other than the job I'm doing right now, I actually would love to be a full-time content creator. I know that's very hard, and even if that doesn't happen, I still want to make content. I still want to upload videos. I'm gonna try not to overwork myself, because at one point, I'm not gonna lie, I started seeing 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 views, and I would be getting like 10, 20, 30, 40 new subscribers per video, and I did start overworking myself, and specifically while I was doing university. That wasn't a good idea because I was coming back tired from uni and I was like, I have to record. It got me to hating DBD a little bit, because if I didn't get the right game, or if I didn't get the right map, or if I didn't get the right killer, I was truly hating the game. I can't even lie. I don't want to overwork myself again. I want to upload at least once a week. I'm not promising I'm going to do that, but that's the objective. And if I can come back to doing more videos per week other than one, I'll be so happy to do it. Also, I have a second channel that's going to be on the description. It is called Not Shiny. I know I am so creative with the name. Like every other content creator, I just called it Not Shiny. But basically, there are games coming out that I really want to play, and I'm going to waste a lot of time playing them. The first one is Mafia: The Old Country. It is a game I've been excited since it got announced. I kind of want to post videos on it, maybe stream it, I don't know, but I'll post on the second channel so people that just want DVD don't have to be like, oh my god, he's posting this random ass game that I don't give a shit about. Finally, the future, as I already mentioned, of uploading games on the second channel. That is part of the future, because that game only comes out in August. I might upload some like old games, some PS2 games if you guys want to see me playing old games, or some Pokemon games, and I would love to make content around it. Maybe not Nuzlocking, because that looks really hard and I'm really stupid, but yeah, I don't know what the future holds for me in that case. And finally, maybe streaming. This is a maybe. I posted here as a maybe because it depends on interest, really. If you guys would like me to see if you guys would like to see me streaming again, let me know and I will try and make it happen. But if I'm being honest, I don't want to waste my time just streaming for like 1 to 2 people. And I know everyone starts at some point, but like at least for me, it's very like sad just looking at the numbers, seeing 1 and not seeing any comments, because the part that I enjoyed streaming is connecting with people. And if I'm connecting with myself, I can already do that every single day. Pause, not in a dirty way, don't be dirty. But it is a maybe. I would love to stream again if there was interest in it. Now, I don't know how long this video is. I still have to record gameplay to be on the background, but thank you all so much for staying patient with me for so goddamn long. It's been over a year and I love all of you guys, man. All of you guys that stayed and kept being subscribed and kept asking for me to post again. I truly like, I don't have words for it. I will try my best to be back. Again, I'm sorry if some of the sounds and whatever that I'm going to use on videos are a bit old. I don't really watch the video content if I'm being real. So if you guys know any of like the new hippies, do let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. Now, I've been rambling for too long and I want to end this video. Again, thank you so much. Videos will come back. I love you all and I hope to see you guys very soon. Take care. Bye bye.